Since President Carter's passing, people are dropping off tributes, things like candles and flowers, notes, even peanuts for the former president and peanut farmer. Dr. Larry Cook was a friend of President Carter's. He's also a presidential historian. He's joined us many times to talk about President Carter. Thank you for being with us, and I'm sorry for the loss personally to you with his passing. You'll be at the funeral this week. As you look back at his life and his legacy, what stands out most to you today?
Well, what an amazing life and legacy. As I've pointed out many times, half of his life was spent in his post-presidency. So it gave him and Rosalynn so much time to do so much good for not only for America but for the world. So when you think about that, like nearly half of his life in a post-presidency, that's incredible. And they always did so much. So even before the presidency, even before he was known as a naval officer and a big part of the community of Plains and then becoming governor and then becoming president and then the post-presidency. He said to me many times that he couldn't have done in his post-presidency what he had accomplished had he not been president for that 4 years. So that 4 years made a lot of difference out of 96 other years as well.
We're seeing some of your personal pictures. So many of us knew him through the public forum and on the public stage. But personally, tell me about some of your time together and your friendship.
Well, we had a 20-year friendship, and what a wonderful friendship. I would say they were friends like no other friends you would ever have, because you just didn't go to knock on their door. They didn't just come knock on your door. There were Secret Service protocols and all that to go through. But what a remarkable friendship that we had over the 20 years. So many wonderful memories. I mean, it literally changed our lives. He and Rosalynn were very much interested in history, and they loved the fact that I was a history buff at the time when I met them. I was not a full-time historian. And one day after I'd given a presentation in Plains that the Carters attended, he pulled me aside and asked if he could speak to me for a moment. My wife was talking to Rosalynn as well. And I said, sure. And he said, Rosalynn and I are very proud of what you do for history. And I said, well, thank you, sir. And he said, well, frankly, we think you need to do more of it. And so that was the day I decided to become a full-time historian. And he was like that with everyone around him, he and Rosalynn. You can't really talk about him without talking about Rosalynn. They would be so encouraging to everyone around them, whether it was the first time they met the person or whether they had a long-term friendship like Diane and I had. It was just remarkable. I couldn't believe it every time we were around them. You kind of had to pinch yourself to think, I'm talking to the former leader of the free world, and he's a friend of mine. We were sitting at our kitchen table, and we would talk about things, when we first would get together, just like any friends. He would ask how my parents are. He would ask how Diane's family was doing, and so it was a wonderful friendship. And of course, there'd be some historical things thrown in there, and he'd speak about other presidents to me. I remember the time that he broke Herbert Hoover's record of being the longest in retirement, and he was so eager to tell me that. That was very special to hear some of those stories as well.
Wow, it changed the trajectory, it sounds, of your life. Dr. Larry Cook, thank you so much for sharing some of your personal stories of President Carter, and my best to you this week as we pay tribute to his life and legacy.
Thank you for having me on, and thank you for all the coverage you've done for my friend. I appreciate that.
Thank you for watching. Go to NewsNationNow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.